all of you. Fuck you. And this Blake Bednars character is not listed in this lawsuit. There's no action against him. Now, Barron is not exaggerating, by the way. The person he's referring to, full name, Douglas Blake Bednars. And he certainly did not mince words when he began positing theories about Brian Harpole. And a girlfriend of mine contacted me and said, hey, there's this guy who is purporting to have never before seen footage from the UVU event. And can I set him up to talk to you? I said, of course. He said that he somehow had a contact that was there at UVU who had everything. So we connected. First thing that was weird was that he wanted to be on FaceTime. He really wanted to be on FaceTime. I thought, okay, that's odd, but okay. We discussed some possible theories. Could this have been an exploding mic? I don't know. I did not discuss Brian Harpole, that's for sure. But then, as fuck you him, okay, and the midget horse that you rode in on.
There you go. You heard it. Gang, what up? Hope all is well. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Night, whatever, wherever you is, whatever you got going on, hope it's well. Hope you're doing fine. Peace. I want to talk about something that's weird to me. Because, this is weird. Some weirdness is going on. Well, we want to talk about it. Not too bright. Some weird shit going on. You heard? And Candace is in it. Me pull it up. We ain't gonna lapse. We ain't gonna stall. None of that shit. We going straight at it right now. You heard? I see all the generals is pulling up. I'm love. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Get that squared away. Hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, it's been a long week here. He said T-Tony get some food for real. They ain't mistreating him. Boom. So TPUSA's security guy for Charlie Harpole, the guy who had that interview with But Sean Ryan sat down, said they have cams. Next minute, they did have drones. Sorry, drones. That was the issue, right? They didn't have drones. Then they had drones. All types of madness, right? Cool. So he is now suing Candace Owens for defamation, right? What I gather so far, he's suing for 75 bands. Let me pull it real quick. Yeah, Brian Harpole filed in Tennessee on the 30th of April. The legal claim is defamation, false light invasion of privacy, and civil conspiracy to defame. Defamation. Seeking damages worth $75,000. But defamation is one of the hardest cases to win, right? It's definitely a harder thing because you have to prove every single aspect of it, true and true. So that's why defamation cases are so hard. You have to prove that and the words have to be correct, right? That's why we say allegedly. That's why we say word on the street is, or what I heard, what, you feel me? So before we even get into it and I start talking crazy, I start putting up vids and all that other stuff, let's hit the disclaimer here.
Content warning. This video is about a sensitive topic involving violence, assault, and loss of life. We've removed any graphic or descriptive content to comply with YouTube's guidelines. The aim of this video is to provide informative, factual journalism on tragic events in the public interest that does not dismiss its seriousness. All clips shown are under the doctrine of fair use for news reporting and analysis, and some points made in this video are simply opinions and theories. I'm not responsible for third-party information, and this video is being made purely for artistic, educational, documentary, and scientific purposes.
Yeah, that's it. Right. We just here sitting and chopping it up. Talking about what's going on in the sector. Right, what's going on with Candace, this guy Blake, and this TPUSA guy. This is my thing about it. He's supposed to be some big tough guy, some security guy, probably ex-military, probably ex-law enforcement, right? Whatever the case is. Not sure of his history. Don't care. Usually he was some big tough guy, some big tough guy, right? And you resort to taking Candace to court. That's what they got. That it's so weak and cowardly to me, bro. That's where I stand on it. That's my opinion about it. It comes across weak. It comes across cowardly. Especially after she reached out to talk to you. You turn around and do a lawsuit. That's corny. You're a big tough guy. I just don't get it. But clearly, I'm looking at it. Let's say I'm looking at it too bland and plain. But when you add the layers into it, and you see that there's a Ben Shapiro connection with the brother-in-law, then it makes sense. That's why she made a little clip, a little statement, little monologue for Ben Shapiro, and pretty much this is what it was at the end of it all.
Fuck you and the midget horse that you rode in on.
And that's the first time I ever heard Candace cuss. But at the end of the day, to be honest with you, that taking her to court and all the other, it's just more bullshit, bro. Just more bullshit to take bread out of her pocket. Because remember, they brought up the bread. I can't remember who it was. Shapiro. I'm sure it was Shapiro. Pretty sure it was Ben Shapiro that brought up she's making all this money, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, dog, calm that shit down. Everybody out here making money. Everybody out here working and they don't want to work for free. What sense? Who wants to work for free? But that just proves more and more and more that that they are just complete pussy. My man, $100 grand came to the building. Upward man, my G, salute. What up? Peace, power, prosperity, my boy. What you got in the chat? My man said, salute you. I finally got a chance to catch you live. Big ups to you in the chat. God bless you, bro. Keep driving forward. Absolutely, my man. It's been a minute since I seen you out in the streets. But I appreciate all the love. Appreciate the support, my G. Big salute. Remember, for 4 months holding it down, my man. We got Messi in the town square tonight. What's up, love? Hope all is well over there. Heard you had a banger earlier on, but I was not able to make it. Either way, you also stayed the course, right? You keep pushing. I see you pushing to get to that 50. Big salute. You know it's number support from FDNHT at the village over there supporting the Bestie Lounge. You know it's a love thing here. But getting on with the show. Ran the disclaimers. Loaded it up. I think we locked in. Let's check this out. She's about to talk about the lawsuit a little bit. Give an update on it. But that big tough guy is suing her. Like you're a big tough security guy. But you have to add the layers to it. You have to add the other characters and the other players into it to see how it makes sense. Remember we shot that show B5, the baby back bitch boy band, right? And I shot that video. It was all of them in there. Not Harpole. Because at that point, Harpole never said nothing. Harpole was just playing it smooth, playing it quiet, right? Until he did the show with Sean Ryan. And that's when we got all that information. That's when people were like, yo, this shit don't even sound right for real. And that's when people like, yo, looking at him side eye. But either way, about to tap into the video. 4-star general in the town square. Big salute. Both the 4 stars in there, ain't they? Them lovers in there also.
Very, very interesting indeed, right? Because it's a dog that isn't barking. We are learning about our legal system, if nothing else. And there are a lot of people, it turns out, who abuse it for retaliation. Welcome back to Candace.
Yeah, this intro is so fire, though. That intro is fire. I love her intro. It's classy, it's chill. Like, my intro is kind of rambunctious and wild, right? Because that's kind of the energy that we give over here. That's kind of like how we set the show up and how we be running shit over here. Hers, like how mine kind of matches the show flow and the show character. Hers does the exact same thing. It's clean, it's classy, nice music. That shit is dope. I like her intro a lot. My G, appreciate the $5 super sticker, my man. My G, appreciate the love, my boy.
Okay, let's start with the interesting updates regarding Brian Harpole's lawsuit against me for defamation, namely that they are beginning to send out what are known as preservation orders, okay? Essentially what this means is that when you receive one, no matter who you are, is you're not allowed to delete anything. It will sort of list through, here is what you are no longer allowed to delete. Their lawyer will send it. You can't delete your text messages, your signal messages. Don't delete any communications between you and this person, emails, etc. It's basically a way of letting someone know that they may be in possession of something that is relevant to helping either the defense or the prosecution build their case against someone else or to protect somebody else. Okay, so it's saying, it signals, we're going to try to subpoena this information in the future, and you have a hold. Don't delete anything. So how do I know that this is what they are doing? Well, because their lawyers emailed my team.
So pretty much the ideology is, evidence. That's pretty much the idea behind it. The things that you have is evidence that will help booster, or let's say solidify my case or my my lawsuit, my accusations against you. That's pretty much what it is. Doc, what up, G? Big salute to you, bro. You say what up? Bro, it's been a long couple of days, bro. It is what it is, though. Gee, you feel me? Once we out here, you feel me, standing vertical, dog. That's all that matters, dog. We figured it out. We built tough enough to figure it out, my G. Salute to you. Keep pushing.
Wanting me to give them Ian Carroll's address. I have actually never had Ian Carroll's address. I think he kind of lives like a nomad. They were operating, it appears to me, like under some delusion that he was a regular co-host of this show or a host of the show and that he worked for me, when actually, as you all know, he just filled in for me while I was on maternity leave last year, and we paid for his Airbnb while he did so. I could give them the Airbnb address, but I don't think that would be helpful. Anyway, I was a bit confused, I have to say. I was very confused as to what Ian Carroll has to do with really anything pertaining to Brian Harpole, other than the fact that very early on, he was used actually by the other side, YouTubers. Remember Paramount Tactical, you had Valhalla, and they were like, are these military guys trying to warn you, I told you about this at the time, against featuring Mitch on my show. I was going to have this show with Mitch. They got to work getting a bunch of people.
See, this is the crazy part. I never knew that Valhalla was. I thought Valhalla got caught up in it because of his tie to Gary from Paramount. I didn't know that Valhalla was that deep into it. For real. I know that they was talking about Mitch and all the extra shit, but I didn't know Valhalla was that deep into it. That's the point where he was the one kind of pushing back on her about the Mitch thing. I know he pushed back against Mitch for real, when they was asking him questions. I didn't know Valhalla was. I didn't know that, and I think Valhalla's dope. He made some pretty good content. We watched a couple of those videos here already, so shout out to Valhalla over there. I never knew his name was in it. Well, we got Big G. M Love sent 5 of them things. You heard? He sent 5 of them things. My man, 100 grand. Appreciate the love. Always the support.
I need money.
Appreciate the love, my G.
To tell me if I did this was going to be a big mistake. I would never recover from this. My career was going to be over. I hear that so much, man. I have heard that a lot over the last 10 plus years. They had a lot of things to say. First and foremost, that Mitch was never at Fort Huachuca, that he was a complete fraud. He could not even get onto the base because he never even served.
My bad, dog. M Love sent 20 members. Golly. Am I blind? Appreciate you, bro. Damn, that's a dub. Fuck yeah, I appreciate it. So the thing about it is right now is it's people are looking at Candace kind of side-eyed too a little bit. My blindness, man. Word up. They're looking at her side-eyed too because they can't, the same shit that Upward was saying, they can't put a finger on it for real. Like they can't put their thumb on where she's standing. Nobody's negating her level of intelligence, her smarts, her articulation, my classic, like nobody's doubting that shit, right? Nobody's arguing those points, but people are arguing. People are really trying to put a thumb on it and kind of figure out where she stands. I know what you're saying. Now I've heard that around the YouTube streets too.
Served in the military. That's what they were saying initially. He never even served in the military. He had never been there. You recall this, right? Both of those things were eventually proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. Yes, he did serve. And yes, in fact, as I instantly said back to Ian, he definitively was at Fort Huachuca. I have he couldn't have produced more evidence. I've looked at the metadata. He recorded videos while he was there because it was sort of a trip down memory lane from when he was serving. He also had submitted to me his hotel receipts. I was very confident that they were spinning BS, and I wasn't quite sure why. And then they began the attacks on his past. Well, if she speaks to him, we got all this dirt on what he did to ex-girlfriends and 20 years ago and kids and baby mamas, and suddenly it got very Jerry Springer. I'm like, I don't care about any of that. I don't care if this man has 27 baby mamas, even if you knew someone who was literally addicted to crack cocaine, right? If they say, hey, this morning I saw so-and-so at CVS, okay, maybe they saw, they can describe, they can actually say, yeah, I saw this person at CVS. It's not character assessment. It's where you were, if you were exactly where you said you were. Now, Ian, after obviously not being able to convince me that what they were saying or telling him was true, gracefully just bowed out of the entire situation, bowed out of the entire debacle. But of course, did what they asked, delivered their warnings, the military bro warnings. Said they were in communication with lieutenant colonels, really tried to come in with, we're the professionals. This is stolen valor. Anyway, more on that later, because it's actually the second person, the second character that I find to be even more interesting to the story. So, there were actually people online who did publicly and very clearly accuse Brian Harpole of murdering Charlie Kirk. Hey, it wasn't implied. They weren't like, hey, maybe it was this guy killed.
This is where it's about to get a little bit wonky. And I want you to pay attention to this. So you got to look and listen, right? What is about to be described to you, something that's late, when it's just so flat and easy to comprehend. And it makes you ask, it begs questions, right? It brings questions to mind for you to try to put the pieces together and how this is linear. Like, how does this make any linear sense? But like I said in the beginning, you have to look at the layers of it. You have to look at the layers. You have to see how many times they sent waves of people to attack Candace, right? You got fucking Big Face, Loomer, Jigsaw, like going ape shit on the internet, blacking the fuck out, right? Call up all ghetto bitches, all this extra shit, though. All of it's not by mistake. Clearly, it's on purpose, and clearly, it's agendaized. You dig it?
Charlie Kirk directly. Forget a meeting at Fort Huachuca. It was, this is our guy, Brian Harpole. He pulled the trigger or pulled something. And yet mysteriously, I've been sort of watching and paying attention, and those people are not being sued for defamation. People that were making videos claiming that he did that, right? That's a bit weird. That's a bit weird. Wouldn't you at first sue the person that's just so clear cut saying that you murdered someone? And in multiple videos, Baron Coleman actually noted this discrepancy, if you will, on his podcast. Take a listen.
Owens is the most high-profile spreader of baseless Charlie Kirk conspiracy theories, but she is not the only one. I did not yet turn the page when I thought he has to be talking about Blake Bednars here, because Blake Bednars basically accuses, by name, Brian Harpole every single day of murdering Charlie Kirk. Like, frame by frame. He has a whole video called Judas Harpole. Like, for crying out loud, if you're going to sue anybody, Candace had somebody on and she was like, yeah, that's a close call. I'm not really sure what to make of that. We're going to sue her. And Blake Bednar's out here going, yeah, Brian Harpole, he did it. He absolutely did it. You can't tell me he didn't do it. Here's video of him doing it. Here's where he squeezed his hand. He's the one that did it. All up and down the X, all over the X spaces, all over YouTube. And they're like, and then I thought, well, maybe they don't know about it because, Brian doesn't have a huge following. It's sizable, but it's not huge. So maybe he didn't know about no, he does. He does. It's right there. It's literally on the screen right there. And it says his name is Brian Harpole. And then it has like action shots. The detonator trigger is under his shirt below his wrist. It's like an actual arrow pointing the remote controllers in his front right pant pocket. This is what caused, like, he's not opining. He's not giving an opinion. He's telling you this is how the man died. That's what he's telling you.
And yet, no, this Blake Bednars character is not listed in this lawsuit. There's no action against him. Now, Baron is not exaggerating, by the way. The person he's referring to, full name, Douglas Blake Bednars. And he certainly did not mince words when he began positing theories about Brian Harpole after Brian's disastrous interview with Sean Ryan. Here are just a random selection of his tweets, Blake Bednars' tweets. He wrote, 1, this is who squeezed the trigger to initiate the detonation under Charlie's shirt. Brian Judas Harpole was wearing the controls under his clothes. I am 1 trillion% certain. Well, that might be defamation. Next one. There was never a gun. It was a weapon called a shape charge. Here is who actually detonated the charge under Charlie's t-shirt. His name is Brian Harpole from Dallas, Texas. Okay, third time. Blake Bednars writes, a gun was never fired and a bullet did not hit his neck. The pendant-shaped charge was detonated by Brian Harpole. This is why the necklace was such a central focus. Right after the incident, Erica and Frank had to establish its existence. That is not the necklace that Charlie Kirk was wearing. There's another one. What did Brian Harpole have hidden on his person? Two things. One, the item in his front right pants pocket is what caused the audio interference. And the item under his shirt below his left armpit is what he squeezed discreetly at the moment that CK was hit. Holy smokes, this is it. Truly, guys, I could go on and on and on.
All right. What she's referring to is the guy. And that's his Twitter page. I follow him also. Now, he does this almost you know what? He does it every day. Every day he posts something about the UVU video. He posts different angles of it, different videos, but his main line is that's his main speaking point at this point. What's up, crazy? I see you up in these YouTube streets late. Tell my boy I say what up. You know what? We gotta get you a bet. Nah. You don't need no bet time. Keep pulling up, keep hanging out, keep talking your shit. You're more than welcome to Town Square, my dog. And face your damn algorithm while you up this late bullshit in the Town Square. Yo, this dude's page is crazy, dog. I also watched him kind of poke at Candace. I've watched it with my own two eyes. This is God's word, I'm telling you. I challenge Candace to a live conversation. Like he's on her heels heavy in the Twitter streets. And I'm just like, why? Why is he kind of poking and it's kind of like badgering? But the next video, you kind of will get a little deeper expose on him when you kind of see his behavior and how he acts. But I watched it for myself and I've seen him. I challenged Candace. Candace today on her show, she said, there's an open invite to anybody. I take the invite. I'll be there. Like, it's kind of, it's different. It's like you just keep tugging at the shirt tail, like trying to get somebody's attention, right? It's different. And in these spaces, right, we run across a lot of people. We meet a lot of people constantly. And how we protect ourselves is having discernment and vetting people and pretty much trying to make the best decisions about who you kind of let onto your platforms or who you display, et cetera, et cetera. That's how you protect yourself. You protect your channel in that way, right? Because you don't want to be associated with certain things. It's just that simple. Why do Tedders? I don't hear that shit. You challenge me to, come on, man. Grow up. Now I'm going to come on your show and challenge you next. What? Didn't mean to state that boy my stuff. The tail went. So no. I don't remember hearing that from the media, but we did in the very, very, very beginning. Very, very, very beginning. We thought it was a plate. We thought it was body armor. It came off the body armor, turned into a star, a flipper, and gashed the neck. And this was like hot off the press. This is way early. This was like it was dead September when we were talking about this shit. Like the very next day or the same day, right? Either way. Let me tell you what I think. I think there wasn't a shot fired. I think that shape charge was in that microphone. And I think because of the decibel level that's created by the shot, that set off the shape charge, which then hit the carotid artery and dropped them. That's what I think happened. It was a shot, but you needed a shot with a high decibel level, because remember, in the amphitheater, it's going to be loud, right? It's going to be sound's going to reverberate, right? Because the amphitheater is built for that. It's built for acoustics. But you need something of a decibel level that's a one-time loud crack. Pow! And when that sound wave reaches a shape charge, then it goes off. People could clap and scream and yell and have a good time. That won't set it off. Granted, that audio is something that's very, very complicated to do. When you're talking about explosives, it's very complicated. It also has drawbacks of accountability and reliabilities. But that rifle shot, if they tune it to pick up that rifle shot, then all the clapping, the screaming, the yelling, the microphones being close by, it wouldn't have no effect, because it's trained, it's keyed in on a certain decibel level and a certain pitch tone. That's what I think. My story has not changed. I'm sticking with it. That's what I think absolutely happened. But we rolling.
It was just an everyday beat. Brian Harpole murdered Charlie Kirk, and here's how he did it from behind his back, holding something, pulling a trigger. Everyone saw this in the Twitterverse. I certainly was aware of this. Here's actually even a clip of Blake making those accusations.
You see this right here? I want you to pay attention to every time with Brian. This is what he does. Anytime he goes and messes with the weapon or the controller or the detonator, the trigger, he is pulling his shirt down because he does not want all the wires to be seen.
So
you wouldn't need wires. What I don't get the wire part. You wouldn't need wires. What wires? You know what I'm saying? If he has the detonator, you don't need wires, right? Because they signaling already, because they appeared like Bluetooth. I don't get the wire thing.
Just demonstrating to you, like, if you're lawyers for Brian Harpole, this would be a slam dunk, I would say, right? I'd at the very least send this guy a cease and desist. I'm not one for suing, but I probably would send this guy a cease and desist. So you have to imagine my surprise when I got contacted by Blake Bednars himself, the man right there. And I learned that Blake Bednars had been served by Dillon Law Group, but not with a lawsuit, with a simple preservation order, because they think he might have something that might help to prosecute me in a defamation suit. What? This is, guys, we are living in upside down land. Okay. This is beyond the realm of sanity. Okay. Beyond the realm of sanity here. They know who he is. They're listing him in a lawsuit. They know what he has said, or putting him, demonstrating what he has said and blaming me. And they're just, it's right there. And then, nope. We're suing Candace. Hey, Blake, could you help us? We feel like she talked about this Fort Huachuca meeting and we're trying to get her. So what?
You see what I'm talking about? A blatant accusation has now become not as important as somebody talking about the information that they received. That is hyper careful about what she says. Candace is very careful about the things that she says. So there's one person running wild, accusing Harpole. Which Candace has never done, but he doesn't get the lawsuit. Doesn't make sense, right? If you are here to clean shop and clear your name and let everybody know you ain't had nothing to do with it, then it'll be a shotgun, right? Everybody getting a lawsuit. Everybody that said something is getting a lawsuit. Everybody. If it's Baron getting it. If it's Candace getting it. If it's Blake getting it. If it's me, we getting it. We're talking about blatant accusation. No gray areas in it. No allegedly. No. Black and white, flat out allegation. That for some strange reason, he doesn't have a suit, but she has one, which is also tied to Shapiro, which is tied to the Daily Wire. That's currently failing. That currently just dumped about 60% of their staff because they don't got the bread. Who buys views? Allegedly, right?
Actually is happening here, and who even is Douglas Bednars. So I'll tell you my communications with him. I was introduced to him via someone that I trust very early on in our investigation when we were in the gathering footage phase. We said to everybody, if you've got any footage, please send it to us, tips@CandaceOwens.com. And a girlfriend of mine contacted me and said, hey, there's this guy who is purporting to have never before seen footage from the UVU event. And can I set him up to talk to you? I said, of course. He said that he somehow had a contact that was there at UVU who had everything. So we connected. First thing that was weird was that he wanted to be on FaceTime. He really wanted to be on FaceTime. I thought, okay, that's odd, but okay. We discussed some possible theories. Could this have been an exploding mic? I don't know. I did not discuss Brian Harpole, that's for sure. But then as I kept asking him, like, hey, could you send me that really long footage that you got? He just kind of never did that. He sent me a clip here, a clip there, a link to somebody else's footage. He just sort of kept kicking the can down the road. And eventually I just felt like something was off. You know, the intuition came on. And I said, something's not right here. My spidey senses went up in December, right?
The same thing I was just talking about, right? Protecting the channel, protecting yourself, protecting the brand, protecting what you're building. Being cautious about who you have on your shows, being cautious about what you open up yourself to. Because we could all sit here and act crazy. We could sit here and act childish about this, but the reality of this whole thing is this thing has a brand to it. All the channels that I watch, they have a specific brand to them. They have a specific type of way they get down. They intros, outros, they have certain verbiages that they use. Just their style is their own, which makes them unique for them. Those things need to be protected, right? Because those things speak for you, because those are their labor. Those are the product of your labor. Those are the things that are the product of your mind, right? You go on the computer, you type some shit, you build some shit, you get some videos together, you create, right? The intro vid, whatever you put time into is a product of yourself, so it speaks for you. It is a representation of yourself. That's why brands are very, very important. That's why some brands shouldn't cross. Some brands should just stay where they are. They can shout each other out, give respect, and then kind of stay in their own lanes, right? That's the main thing about content creation, how we create content. We do have that in the back of our minds. It's something that we should. In the first beginning, you're probably not keen to it, but you become keen to it, especially when you went through the journey of becoming monetized, and YouTube want to back up the Brinks truck for you, right? You become knowledgeable about these things, and it's just learning things that you learn. Like if you look at a lot of channels in the beginning, if you look at my channel in the beginning, it was out of control. We was wilding out. Had to calm that down and adjust and pivot. Messi was there the whole time with me through my monetization journey. Like I sent her every time I got denied. Every single time I got denied. What did I do? Go back in the history, clean up the channel, take out this vid, clean that vid up, move that, kick that. We was wilding back in the G, bro. Either way, if you want to create content, I want to tell you, be aware of that. So don't waste time like we did, right? Don't waste time, energy, and effort and then have to go fix it. Just try to do it the best way up front, out the gate. Fun times, yo, we was going crazy, bro. We used to go crazy back then. But even though back then to now, like, the whole channel has changed. The whole channel has changed. It used to be 3 of us, then it was 2 of us. Now it's just me holding it, right? Let's go back to those wild panel days. Too much fun. Too much fun. You try to get my channel smoked, motherfucker.
Right around the time that we began discussing Fort Huachuca, when he suddenly shifted gears and began sending me stuff about Brian Harpole and making radical demands that I show the footage, that I show and present what he believes happened about Brian Harpole. Basically trying to say that I was you got to talk about Brian Harpole. You could find this. It was insane. And also, where's your back footage? Maybe challenging to see if I actually had it. I don't know. But I never took the bait. I always trust my guys. That something's not right here. So I'm just not going to reply to you.
What she's talking about is what I was talking about earlier when I said he challenged her and he poked and it was on Twitter. It was on Twitter, dog. I challenge Candace. I challenge Candace. It got weird to me, and I was just like, what the fuck is he kind of just sitting there poking out? But now that I heard this part of the story, got it. He wanted to push her in a direction that she didn't want to go in, pretty much at the end of the day. Why aren't you showing because she chose not to. It's her channel. She has the responsibility of her channel. Whatever you do on your channel, you gotta live with that shit. You have to live with it. The other day, I was in my Jack, and I was scrolling through pictures or whatever the case is, and I was like, "Yo, look at this picture right here. YouTube denied. No, you're not going to be in the program to get monetized." I was like, God. And I remember sending these pictures to Messi like, yo, I got denied again. Wait some time. Clean up the channel. Got denied again. It was Christmas time. It was Christmas time last year. They finally greenlit the channel. No shit. Maybe even Christmas Day. It was either the 24, 25, or 26. Real talk. Real talk. And I sent Messi the picture. Boom, we in. Got it. I guess I just had to clean up the channel. Because you have to evolve and grow, dog. It's weird. It's weird. I get it. Sometimes you can't say the things that you want to say. But let's be honest, we have a vast vocabulary. English is the only language with that many synonyms and antonyms. Right? It's a language that was mated from 2 other languages. Hence the reason why we do have all these synonyms and antonyms in the English language itself, right? So there's other words to use. There's other words that we can use. And if your goal is to become monetized, if your goal is to stay monetized, if your goal is to actually receive the benefits of your labor, because let's be real, this is labor, this is work, this is you doing something. You want to receive your proper compensations for it. Right? Nice and easy. We're about to roll to the other video in a little bit, but we have to clear out this piece of the video. Then we'll get into the real Blake video, so we can really get an account of this dude.
Beginning in mid-December, just didn't respond at all. And I am so grateful that I did not, because it may very well be that they were attempting to set a trap of some description. I'll tell you why I'm getting there with Turning Point USA, and you let me know if you agree. Well, someone's going to explicitly say, I'm going to show you evidence of that, actually. That's definitively what one of the YouTubers said, our military boys, who were effectively threatening me to not ask Mitch anything. Don't interview Mitch. Don't speak to Mitch. He's got baby mamas. He's got issues. We're going to blow up your spot. We're going to show everybody what kind of a man he is. Okay, I'm not trying to marry this dude. Just trying to figure out if he was at Fort Huachuca. Let's read some of those messages now to provide you with context. These messages were intended to be delivered to me, right? So this is the YouTube military boys insisting that I speak with them so they could explain to me, because this is this.
Hey, Messi, you remember that shit? All them denials I got. Do you remember all them denials? You remember all that shit?
Is their territory. Well, we know military stuff. That this is a case of stolen valor. Mitch wasn't even in the military. He's a fraud. I spoke to an ex-wife who said he never even has ever been to Fort Huachuca in his whole life. That's where we were starting with this. Here's one of those messages I want to read. And
But how we knew Mitch was at Fort Huachuca was his son. His son got involved in it. And something happened when Mitch was at Fort Huachuca and his son got involved somewhere, like a phone call happened from maybe base security, maybe. Nothing bad happened. But it was something that when he told the story, I believe he was telling the story to Gary from Paramount. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on the names. Relax. But I think, allegedly, maybe, it was Paramount Tactical, Gary or whatever, that during that conversation of him trying to expose Mitch is when the truth kind of got exposed. Like, no, he was there because I received a phone call about it. I received a phone call about something that his son was on something strange happened. But then during the conversation, boom, it was exposed that he was actually at Fort Huachuca, and his son confirmed that shit because of a phone call that happened between, I think it was base security or somebody that was trying to verify some shit, whatever the fuck it was. So yeah, it kind of pretty much backfired, right, in Gary's face. And then after that, Gary went on a little tangent about, he just pretty much just started fucking up, like him having a direct line to TPUSA Colvet, this other shit. It was he read some shit he wasn't supposed to read online out loud, because a part of the message was like, don't read out loud or some shit like that, or don't say nothing. But he started reading it, and then got to the part where he said, don't read out loud. Like, both of y'all are stupid. If you don't want somebody to say something out loud, why didn't they put that on the top of the message? Private, don't repeat. Between me and you, don't read this on the internet. Dumbass. Read that shit flat online. And then read the line that says, don't read out. It was some crazy shit, bro. You said you do remember? All right, cool. It's been a journey, man. It's a journey.
Person saying, dude, he didn't see Erica and Brian Harpole. He's just a con artist. My source at Turning Point USA literally said they have all the documents and proof both Brian and Erica weren't there. And they're purposefully giving Candace rope to hang herself with this while they build a massive defamation lawsuit. Huh? What? That doesn't make, I'm in communication with Turning Point USA during this time. I sat down with Erica this exact week. Why wouldn't you, does that make any sense? Why would you, this doesn't make sense to me. I've been thinking this can't be.
Candace is pretty as fuck, dog.
Right. Here's another message. No, she thinks because he went to a military base, that means that his story about seeing Erica and Harpole is somehow credible. Also, it's looking like he spent time locked up and got his special forces tab revoked for crimes against a child. This is according to blank. Anyway, I did my due diligence, and we can do it the hard way. I did my due diligence, by giving her a chance. We can do it the hard way and tie her to a con artist with a horrible history of abuse against women and children and raising $130,000 for him. Like, they were basically threatening me before I spoke to Mitch. They were saying, you go through with this and we're going to tie you to this con artist. First, he wasn't in the military. Then they said, okay, he wasn't in the military, but that doesn't matter that he was in the military. He wasn't at Fort Huachuca. Okay, maybe he was at Fort Huachuca, but just because he was at Fort Huachuca doesn't mean he saw Brian and Erica. Okay, we've been open to that possibility that he misremembered who he saw, but this felt weird to me. It was a weird reaction. It felt like they were threatening me and saying they were.
Yo, 4-star. We send emails all the time. all day at work. It's email. You put the banger, yo, don't say nothing, but you punch out the email. Even in text messages, you know what does anybody know what a black rose is? A black rose.
We're going to, as always, ruin my career.
Does anybody know what a black rose is? Black rose. BLACKROSE.
If I didn't do it their way, they could protect me. Otherwise, we could protect you, but you need to listen to us and not speak to Mitch anymore. Okay. And they've got a source at Turning Point USA who's saying they're planning it. They're intentionally not answering my questions because they want to give me a rope to hang myself while I'm talking to them. Okay. So they're strategically not responding according to this person, right? According to this military YouTube bro. But I got to say, that's a far cry from what Brian Harpole is now claiming in his lawsuit. In his lawsuit filing, remember, he says the reason they didn't respond to my not one, not two, but 3 separate messages. Remember, here they are. Here are my messages. Hey, Brian, this is Candace. People telling me that you're planning siege regarding a lawsuit. I want to see if you wanted to have an off-record discussion with me about anything, or if you'd like to simply clarify something that you think I got wrong. Hey, Brian, just again, reaching out in case you want to clarify your whereabouts in the morning of September 9th. I'm only interested in the truth. So I'd be happy to debunk Mitch if he perhaps is misremembering the faces he saw. Hey, Brian, reaching out again to see if you'd be willing to speak about the morning of the 9th. I'm obviously not trying to do anything other than debunk Mitch so that I can pivot and refocus the investigation, but I oddly can't get you to confirm or deny if you were there. He says, Brian, in his filing, he's going to say that his reason that he didn't respond to these messages was because he didn't want to grant me an exclusive. He didn't want me to make money off of clicks by telling me yes or no. You guys buying that?
All right, I think it's time to switch over to the other video, right? She's being sued by Harpole. I think Harpole is 100%.
Pussy.
Ain't no way as a grown ass man, I'm taking somebody to court for their thoughts and their freedom of speech and for them asking questions. No. But people don't realize freedom of speech is under attack already. People not seeing that. When we talk about literacy, right? There's laws that are written right now, as to where you can't talk about literacy. Like literacy is something special. Fuck literacy. Fuck literacy. Hold on, I'll do one better.
Fuck you and the midget horse that you rode in on.
Fuck them. They're not Americans. They are not Americans. It's America first, and that's it. Don't worry, I got another video coming. I got another live coming, dog. I got another live, little boy. How can people, American citizens, pay taxes, work, and stimulate the economy in this country, not have an opinion about fucking literacy? Who the fuck is literacy? They supposed to be special? Calm that shit down, dog. I ain't going for none of that shit. None of it. None.
He's barren. He's if that is how.
All right, so we got Dankster, right? The Dankster himself. That he makes good content, bro. He's super smart too, bro. I support Danks. I do. I went over there a couple of times and showed him some love and support from for the Village Gang. If you get a chance, Pull up on him. Tell him where you from. You feel me? Tell him I sent you. He is smart. You know, dumb. So he gets an interview with the Blake Bednarz guy, and they chop it up and they hash it. I seen some of it, but we're about to watch the whole shebang bang right now. I'm gonna jump through pieces of it though, so we're not dragging this whole thing on. But let me check the speed. Speed is up. Whoever doesn't see it isn't paying attention. Ostrich. Say it with me. Ostrich. People think because they don't acknowledge things, they're not affected by things. The same way people think that when rain falls, it only fall on one doorstep. It don't work like that, dog. It don't work like that. It does not work. Okay, the black rose is a private conversation between two people. That's it. So you're having a conversation with if we having a conversation, I said it's a black rose, then this is just me and you. Nothing will be repeated again unless it's me and you. You take this conversation to your grave. That's what a black rose is. That's it. Me and you. That's it. Okay. I'm trying to use my slang. It's not mine. It's from the block, from the streets here. Let me take a quick little spinny here, and I'll be right back. Let me get a refresh so we can lock in for the other half of the show. Appreciate all the love, appreciate all the support. Appreciate y'all hitting them buttons. Y'all know it's a love thing from here to there. Rose Cleveland on its fair. Stay up in the town square. Cause he and I is him. Yo. Yeah, I made a new one too. Where is it? Where did I put it at? I made a new spinny. Hold on. Let me show you the new spinny. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Hold on. I ain't loaded it yet, but I gotta load it. That's the new intermission video. I just gotta load it and get it done right. Is that legs? What's that leg? That's it right there. It's like 2 minutes long. So make sure the intro, the outro, some other additions. Pretty much that. But that's the metro. That's the new joint. When they got a knife at the all right, we rolling. You heard? We in there. This is Danksky, the Dankster himself.
How he sees it. But we are here to see his point of view and to get more information out of what is going on and why all of this has happened. There are other things. I don't know if it's been made public that he's done that I know or that he's been alleged of doing. So I'm not going to say particularly regarding some other things, but I'll let him discuss that. So with that, I'm going to bring on Blake Bednars. What's up, Blake?
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm good. Can you hear me all right?
I hear you just fine, brother. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
So Blake, man, let's so first, what was your reaction when you saw Candace Owens say all of that stuff regarding you and the case? And I mean, what are you feeling, and what was your first reaction? How do you feel today about it?
Shocked, completely shocked, because not only can I 100% prove that she is flat out lying, I don't even understand the angle from anything non-nefarious as to why she would lie about it.
What is she lying about?
She said that she's never been given the video, and it's absolutely wild to me.
What video?
So we're talking about the UVU review video that her friend Mel is who I guess put her in contact with me. So I was shocked whenever I heard that yesterday, because it very just bluntly came off as like we're not on the same team anymore.
Why do you think that she's saying all of this stuff? Did she ever say publicly that she watched the video? So can you explain to the people, to the viewers, and even me, I'm trying to figure out what video, like, why is this so important? What is exactly the issue here?
Isn't the word important? And earlier Candace said tobacco. Isn't it tobacco? Are we? I don't know. Maybe I'm nitpicking that word. And maybe people say words differently. Well, no, they just use different words. No. People pronounce words differently. They do. I do it too. My bad. I'm backing up.
So this is the crux of where I guess things started going sideways between Candace and I, is because I know me deep inside me, because I did it, that I gave Candace the video the day she asked for it. And then about in October.
What is
October,
the video though? What video specifically?
This is the 11-minute and 16-second video from the UVU review.
The one is that the one you showed me with when you were trying to show me the countdown stuff, that it wasn't the countdown? Is that the same clip?
It's in there.
It's in there. Okay. So that video. Okay. And then what specifically were you trying to show her, and what was the message you were trying to get across to her? Let's get through this first, and then we'll move forward so that people understand.
It is the absolute best video that we have as a country, as a people, as the world. It is the best video, hands down, that's been released to the public outside of what Turning Point USA took from the crime scene that day, or their paid contracted photographers, that those files have been under lock and key. So I'm talking about all of the Turning Point. You got to push those to the side and set them over here, because those are the ones that Terrell Farnsworth grabbed within 5 minutes of the Big Bang. This is the best video that we have, uninterrupted video leading up to the Big Bang and about a minute after, uninterrupted coverage.
And most of your footage, which I've seen your clips and your videos, and we've talked endlessly about what he's doing, Brian Harpole, what you have alleged he's doing with his pockets, with the.
So you see, Danks admitted to this is not the first time they've spoken to each other. So they're familiar with each other. In case you didn't catch that.
Someone handing him something and like he's messing with it. So why don't you explain a little bit about why you're so hung up on this particular footage, why you think it's so important, and why you wanted it to get to Candace? Like, is this like...
No, I didn't want it to get to Candace. Candace is who absolutely came to me and wanted to see the footage. Okay. Like, point blank, it's not some where I am pushing some video on her. And so where things went sideways was I give her this file. She says she's going to do this, this, and this with it. She's got this expert, this expert, this expert. Like, we're going to get to the bottom of this. I have an obsession with solving this case. She's shocked at how wonderful the video is, how high quality it is. That is September.
He looked like me. Like Like he don't sleep. And them eyes the eyes is wide open. You see?
The 24th. That night is when she gets it. Okay. September the 24th. September the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. I can go on and on and on and on. I started to scratch my head as someone who can critically think just a little bit. And I'm wondering to myself, hey, it's November. Why hasn't Candace like gone into this video? Like we're talking about chasing Toyotas. Why haven't we talked about this? Hey, it's December. Thanks. Why haven't we talked about this video? Hey, thanks. It's January. We're in a new year, thanks.
Do you see it? Does anybody see it? Does anybody else see it? That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Do you see the bravado? What I'm telling you, the pieces I've seen of this started to make more sense when I saw his behavior in Twitter world. When I saw his behavior there, this makes sense. How he's talking with Dankster right now. It makes sense to me. I could see how this is linear. This is linear as fuck to me. But y'all haven't seen the tweeter, right? So I'm trying to. So this is kind of like this is your expose to it. But you heard Candace and where she stood on it and how she felt like it was a little weird, et cetera, et cetera. He wanted to be pushing her to show the video. And she did not for her own reasons, which we, as content creators, we kind of know what it is, right? Even people that show the actual body dropping, they block out whole sections of it. And still YouTube give them smoke about that. YouTube is still giving smoke about it. Even though they block out the head, they block out certain area, YouTube still giving smoke about it. But he wants to be, this is what I think it is. I don't know if I'll wait. We go.
We've already, a quarter has come and gone since Charlie's
That's been
passed.
8 months.
February rolls around. March, April.
So you're
We're now
saying
in May,
that all of this footage. So she gets the footage and she sees it and what is the specific thing? You're like, this is Brian Harpole is doing this, and that, and you are wondering why she's not showing it. Is that what it is? Like,
no,
why is she not?
Thanks. I just realized how crazy your eyebrows are. Thanks. You got some crazy eyebrows, bro. Your hair is fly for sure. I like the wig chop. It's fly. But your eyebrows look crazy as shit. Shout out to Dex, bro.
Not
never
showing this
once
information.
even put an emphasis on Brian Harpole to her.
Okay.
So this is where things, and this is what's bizarre, is she apparently did not save our text messages, which is stupid.
So when okay, so what is
Can you
this
pull up on the
footage?
screen?
Yeah. If you want to show, that's fine. As long as we can show it on YouTube, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
right here. These are text messages, y'all. This is the very first text message that she sends me. And this is my actual text. I mean, I can slide right over here and show the time. These are actual text messages.
So it
I
says
have every
September
single one of them.
24th. So it says, hey, it's Candace. Mel said you had a video share with me. I always thought his mic on his shirt slid across and cut his throat. So what she is saying makes sense. And then you said, Hi, Candace. Give me a second. I need to get my SSD out of the safe at my office. Can you FaceTime me? It exploded. Okay, this is literally, okay, Candace responding. Okay, this is literally God right now because I sat down with my team today and I showed them the video and I said, I think his microphone exploded upward, but I can't explain it. But it's possible because if it is Boston, then they have tech that can make it even pagers explode. Also, the last person that says anything to him is the audio guy just a few seconds before, and there's no reason he is lingering behind Charlie. What is the time differentiator from you sending the? Can you pull the timestamps over again?
Her email is right under this, so I'm gonna stop. I don't want to dox her email, her private email.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay. So so she reached out, you responded, and then I assume between that hour of her reaching out, you've showed her the footage, and then how did you get her the footage?
Well, so let me stop here.
I pulled this out, so.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up this. Right here. Okay, go for it.
Okay.
So here's the actual FaceTime. Hey, Candace, I'm good. It's good to see you finally and meet you. I'm a big fan.
Thank you so much. I was just saying to you, it's crazy that you're saying this.
So this is on
Confirmation that he did request the FaceTime. Candace brought that up. Right, cool. Period.
YouTube. People can watch it. This is us going through it. There's no sound here. Real slow.
Yeah, so you're showing her the footage.
Yeah, I'm going through it all. I'm like, and then I stand up and I come over to my TV.
Right now, and he told me some things that don't make sense.
Oh, he needs to wire up. Yeah,
yeah, he's very nervous dancing right now, and he told me some things that don't make sense.
Oh, he needs to wire up. His setup. So what made them change? Right? I didn't even know their names. Some very difficult questions because this is not his typical setup. This does not look like his setup. So what made them change, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him. I know who that is, and he's very nervous dancing right now, and he told me some things that don't make sense.
Oh, he needs to wire up. Yeah,
yeah.
I give him credit. If he realized that this is not the normal TPUSA setup, that means he's been watching. So
he's dumb if he doesn't, because when this comes out, these two guys until they.
What year were you talking about? When you pointed to
1776 guy, because this is the head of the technology. So anyways, this is on YouTube. This is our entire phone call as we're going through it. Okay. And then here's at the very end.
You ever see people try to hitch themselves to other people because the other person has, let's say, it's more advanced, right? The other person is more advanced. So they try to hitch their name to this person's name for their notoriety to receive the benefits of things, right? We know it happens. We've seen examples of it. In reality, Kim Kardashian used to work for Paris Hilton, right? Yeah, start somewhere. What is the point of recording your FaceTime video with her while you're showing? So when we do things in the name of integrity, when we do things in the name of good faith, when we move with proper intention, I don't need to record Messi FaceTiming me, or Dallas FaceTiming me, M Love FaceTiming me to record what we're talking about. Think about what we're looking at. There's a camera positioned. Think about it. We're looking at a camera that's positioned that shows the screen, which look like a curved screen. I think those are kind of dope. I think it's a pretty dope. We're looking at a camera facing the screen, which is facing him, which is recording while he's on live with Candace. I don't think that's normal. I don't think that's good. In my opinion, that's not good fake movement. It should be a black rose. Exactly. It should be a black rose. And if we say, you know what, you can discuss this, et cetera, then that's fine. Because the reality of it is privacy is privacy. A lot of things need to be private, but in this weird world, we know that people like to just go on fucking shows and talk about their most intimate fucked up things that happened to them and talk about their fucked up relationships and all the other shit in the name of what? Right? Notoriety and clout and the 15 seconds of fame. This is a setup. There's a camera to record the conversation. That's not cool.
I agree.
Everyone expects the feature to slow, so you're like, here's the feature. Everyone's like, are you crazy?
But if it's a black rose conversation, that's how we should treat all our conversations. Right? That should be intention. Black rose. We talk about some shit, that's it. We cool. Keep it pushing. I'm not relaying information from M Love to Reaper and other shit. Like, no. No, it doesn't make sense.
Crazy. And also understanding like what does an explosion cause versus a tracker. Like that's the kind of stuff where I have to get somebody who knows like their stuff.
Right.
And I have just a guy who does. So if you get over to me, I'm gonna ask him like if we're operating under just a state theory that it could have been.
Okay, all right. So
hang on, I just want to hear where she goes through and asks for the we transfer. So this is at the end here is when she asks for the file. Okay, that's when she asks for the file, and then so just a second.
You want to play it? Did you said you had that she asked for?
Oh well, yeah, just a second.
My bad.
Right here.
You got to share it again, I think.
Yes. Stuff. You know?
Yeah.
So if you could you transfer that to me?
You're gonna have to. Is that just a link?
Yeah, you just go to wetransfer.com.
Okay.
And then you literally just send a file in there, and I can receive it. And I'll send you my email. I'll text you my address.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, I have no. Okay. So she asks for that. So that is, I mean, right. This FaceTime happens right here when she's like, okay, I've got her email out now. Let's go over here back to text messages.
So you sent her the footage after this. She saw. You're assuming she saw it. Did you talk to her after that?
Right here. I gave her a green check mark.
Okay. Best footage I've seen. Fantastic find. Great job. So this is from Candace, allegedly.
So she texted that right after I showed her in FaceTime.
Interesting.
Best footage I've seen. She says it's existential for America. She's asking me because I hadn't sent it to her yet. I had a softball game. She's asking me again for it because I still haven't. Please let me know.
So I'll just read from here. So it says, he was just the most incredible person. It's all I think about. It has to be solved. We are on the same page. This is you. We are on the same page. I've done nothing but chase down stuff. Here, let me open my screen better. Okay. Chase down stuff for 2 weeks. So this is apparently just 2 weeks after the assassination. It's existential for America, she says. That's why I have felt called to do this and not stop. And I am one resourceful guy. Pretty sure I paid a couple of students rent, but it's worth it. Did you email it to me? That's what she's asking. And just check now. Don't see it. Please let me know. I absolutely promise I will not post anything without your permission. I just want to see the wider shot of my computer screen for clarity. So did you ever confirm that you got sent her the file?
So WeTransfer actually sends an email when it's downloaded. And she's probably never, ever figured that out, that because she probably has never sent anything WeTransfer. She's just been receiving stuff. And so right here.
Yeah, but if you sent it to her, she would have received it, no? So
yeah. And I got an email confirmation back. So right here.
Oh, you got an email confirmation that you did send it to her. Yeah, if you can show that.
And I've got everything blacked out.
Okay. So Candace Owens downloaded file. WeTransfer. Candace Owens downloaded the file Wednesday at 10:59 p.m. September 24th, 2025. From Blake, reply to CandaceOwens.com. No reply at WeTransfer.
Okay, now this is proof. This is proof that something was sent. Absolutely. Something was sent. On Candace end, what she's saying is peace, 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 not the full joint. That's what Candace is saying she received. But this is proof that something was sent. I can't get over the fact that he is kind of he has a beef with Candace now because she didn't take his video and display it on her show. But the videos are all over the Twitter. Everywhere on Twitter. For real. It is. So something was sent. We have to verify file size, megabytes, to see if that makes sense for it to be an 11-minute video, 10-minute video, however long the longer video is. Would have to actually see the megabytes of it, which can't see. Make sense?
I mean, that's about as, damn, bro. I didn't think you were going to come with all that.
Dude,
So,
I even texted her right here.
okay. Hey, Candace, I'm about 10 minutes from my house. That's what, same day or?
Yeah, this is then at night. I mean, you saw the email. What was the time?
10:59 p.m. on the
10:59?
24th. Yeah.
I'm sending her a screenshot as it is being uploaded. 5%.
Oh, wow. Okay. Got you.
9:57.
Yep. And that's the upload transfer. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. So she's claiming she never even saw it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
She flat out lied to her massive audience yesterday. It's a bald-faced lie, bro.
Yeah, and it's interesting
lie.
because you put this video of her watching it up on YouTube. Now, do you think that she might have mistaken this for a different video of some sort? Or, I mean, there could be no mistake. I mean, why would she say it? I'm just confused now.
Play, you have her clip pulled up?
Yeah,
Which,
I do. I think
just
it's
play the
6.
part where, or here, I've got it right here.
I got it right here. It's already pulled up right here.
This is why I think he recorded the video. He's trying to ride her coattails into having that. Remember, he just brought up the massive audience. He just brought that up. You gotta listen for these little subtle things that people say, and that's what I'm trying to track while he's speaking. He didn't have to bring up the massive audience. He could have said, "Yo, this is a lie," but he specifically is watching her numbers. At the same time, feeling slighted because she didn't bring up his video. She didn't talk about the video. She never banged on Harpole, right? She didn't bang on Harpole and still end up getting a lawsuit. So imagine if she did bang on Harpole. Imagine you did play the video. You dig it?
Here. So this one, it's about 6 minutes in. I think this is pretty much where we're at here. But this shows here. Let's see.
That's just so clear cut, saying that you murdered someone. And in multiple videos, Baron Coleman actually noted this discrepancy. If you
Is this where you want me to show, or if you have a particular timestamp, I can move it to that.
Pull that up.
happening here, and who even is Douglas Bednars? So I'll tell you my communications with him. I was introduced to him via someone that I trust very early on in our investigation when we were in the gathering footage phase. We said to everybody, if you've got any footage, please send it to us, tips@CandaceOwens.com. And a girlfriend of mine contacted me and said, hey, there's this guy who is purporting to have never before seen footage from the UVU event. And can I set him up, talk to you? I said, of course. He said that he somehow had a contact that was there at UVU who had everything. We connected. First thing that was weird was that he wanted to be on FaceTime. We're
already seeing this.
No, nothing. I'm not here to.
Aside from getting into my Gmail and seeing the actual, I'll show it to you, dude.
I mean,
I'll forward it to you. You want it forwarded to you so you can actually see the links?
Yeah. Forward it to me.
Will you confirm it right here?
I'll do it right here.
I have your email, right?
Yeah, it's I'll DM it to you right now. I'll put it in the group chat. Thanks. On.com. There you go.
Has a little beat.
So while you're sending that, I think a lot of people want to know if you could even answer this. I don't know if you can. Excuse me. Brian Harpole is suing Candace Owens, Candace Owens LLC, George Tom Inc., and Mitch Snow. They have you in the filing, but they're not.
It's kind of like a backup, like where it's like, hey, look at what Candace's loose rhetoric has caused. And they're basically saying that like it's because Candace has rubbed off on me is the way that I interpret it.
That's how they're doing. Oh, I see.
I mean, that's my interpretation of it. Okay. Go back and read the paragraph that Baron talks about. I mean, or that in Baron's show, he's like reading, he's like, I immediately thought of Blake. It's the context of that is look at what Candace's dangerous rhetoric has done. It's actually, she's coming off on these everyday people, and look at what we're dealing with now.
Yeah, I have. I actually have this clip just straight from Baron. Trying to say is that she's making a big stink out of all of this, a big show, and people like you. So they're using you as evidence of her danger to defamation, right? To defamate. So they're using her as an accusation for your actions.
Doesn't make sense, right? How could you prove? How could you prove that Candace was the catalyst for him to make the accusation that he made? Now, we're talking about doing shit the right way and pressing shit down. Like I said earlier, everybody who has a video, a tweet, a IG post, whatever it is, a Substack, whatever it is, whatever medium they're using, shouldn't everybody get smoked? Shouldn't it be a shotgun shell? Right? Buckshot? Shouldn't it be no, this is a sniper shot aimed straight at. This is weird shit that we talk. This is some weird shit, right? You see it too? Okay. This is weird. And I'm telling you, his Twitter behavior, it completely matches. Now, this is my first time watching the video where I see his face. The other videos I've seen from him was just simply, there was UVU videos, simply UVU videos and him talking about Harpole, the trigger, the thing is in his pocket, it's in his hand, he's moving funny, he's looking at complete expose of the UVU video. That's the only videos I've seen. I did not know what this dude looked like until today. This is weird. This is very, very strange. his behavior comes off as I'm the shit. Why don't you fuck with me, Candace? I'm the man. You need to fuck with me and shine some light on me.
Which I think is kind of ridiculous, by the way, if that's how it is being interpreted. Like, I believe that your interpretation is that. And I also see now what you're saying. That makes sense. People are saying, someone said audio issues, but I'm not sure if there's someone. Everything's good, right? Let me know in the Discord, you guys. So did Candace influence you? I mean, I don't know. Did Candace influence you in any way? How about that? Let's clear that. Yes or no? I mean, has she influenced you to make this kind of content?
No, I think she's in it with them.
You think she's in it with them?
Yeah.
You think?
I think she's running controlled up. Yeah, I do. Who's the only person who's the only person in this investigation that can pick up the phone and text Erica, text Brian, text Dan, text any of them? Who's the only person in this that has access like that to any of these people? Who's the only person that's had access to Terrell Farnsworth to get the actual 4K video from behind Charlie? Who's the only person?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Who is it? Answer it, Dank.
It's Candace has that access that I know of. I mean, I don't know for sure.
She says it. She talks about it, that she can pick up the phone and text Brian. She can text Dan. She can text Terrell. She can text Erica.
Why did you make her get on Facebook?
It's not strange. Let me explain it this way. When I worked in Louisiana, I had the numbers to people that I needed their numbers to, right? At one point, I had the number to the fire chief, the local fire chief, because I need the fucking number. There's business to be done. There's shit that needs to be done. You have a certain role. I have a certain role. I need your assistance. I need resources. It's not uncommon for people that roam around the same circles or work certain jobs to have each other number. Not uncommon at all. That's actually pretty fucking normal. That's pretty normal, especially when it comes down to relaying important information and pertinent things at 11 o'clock at night. If I'm not mistaken, a lot of jobs have your phone number already for those specific purposes. So the same way they have your number, you have their number. The same way there's group chats where people talk about things and they link in, they tap in back and forth. That's normal. I think he forgets that Candace actually worked at TPUSA. She worked there. So why would she not? Why would she not have this type of access? Why would she have not been in group chats with these people when they need to run information to everybody at one time? Instead of me texting 15 people individually, make the group chat, drop the information. Especially when you got different factions pulling together to create something or get a job accomplished. This is insanity. For that to be a talking point to why she's a controlled op. And if you think she's a control op, and that's the route that you want to run right now, Blake, you need to have kind of put some more lead inside the pencil. You need to put more lead inside the pencil, for real. I'm not jacking it. Big bro, 4-star. What you got? Quite common, depending on what rig is being done and how sensitive it is. Exactly, bro. It's not even crazy. emails up and down chain. Information has to flow. She worked at TPUSA. Charlie was her ace boon coon hellfire goon. Why would she not have his wife's number? She's repeatedly said she knows these people. She's admitted to texting these people directly for conversation. Showed on the screen. He said that like that was the smoking gun, like the goose had laid the golden egg. Like this was it, the big cheese, the big tuna kahuna. No, it's not. It's not. You sound like Brian Harpole in them. Just running your fucking mouth saying shit. Fuck out of here.
This nigga's scared.
Fuck you and the midget horse that you rode in on.
Put your fucking dick in your fucking hand and be a man, dog. Jesus Christ. You too, Brian Harpole, you fucking...
Pussy. Pussy, pussy, pussy.
This time.
To show her the video.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's not like.
I mean,
else?
I see.
I showed her the video. I mean, like, what's
I'd
so
want to
crazy?
talk
She
to-
makes it seem like I don't even know what she's trying to allege or put out there. But I just was FaceTiming her to show my screen. Like, why else wouldn't? I mean, there was no like, hey, I'm going to give you this video. She hadn't even asked for it yet. I was just going to show her what it was.
Yeah.
And guess what? We live in 2025, 2026. There's a thing called FaceTime. It's the easiest way to do something.
I agree. That makes sense. You'd want to talk to somebody.
That's fair.
So that makes sense. That tracks.
That's fair. That's fair. Yep, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'm trying to be as down the line as possible. I really am. I really am. And the two things that are opposed right now is I sent the full video. Candace saying I got clips. I didn't get the full video. He calls her a fucking liar. I guess we got to see how Candace defends this one, or if she even does defend this one. I think this is a small fry to her. I think this is to me, from my perspective, and what she's going on with and carrying on with and moving forward while you have all this headwind, right? Pause. Yeah, pause. She's moving forward, but she got a lot of pushback coming her way. I think this is a small fry. So we'll see. Come next week, because you know she don't shoot Fridays.
Go back real quick. Pull this up, because we showed Baron. Pull this up. I haven't mixed or pulled any punches. I mean, and neither's Baron. I mean, y'all go back and listen. Armed something. He triggered something in his pocket, and it created a problem. This is an hour. We're going through this. This is back in December. This is, where's the date? Oh, December 23rd. No. This is when I uploaded it. It's on Baron's channel. It was like December the 17th.
Yeah.
Go back and watch Baron and my show. I mean, like Baron, like we're locked.
I watched it. I watched the show with Baron and I didn't see you on there, but I did see Baron cover a lot of this and ask questions and show that might be something afoot here. You know what I mean? And there is something afoot here. Did he get that information from you? Did he start talking about it after you showed this type of footage, particularly regarding Brian?
No one had been talking about it. Everyone had missed it. The only thing that Candace did in terms of any sort of influence on me is when the Fort Huachuca story broke, I said to myself, because it was about Brian Harpole, it triggered a thought in my mind. I'm going to go back and isolate Brian on the video and just see if there's anything. And literally the first moment that he comes into frame at about 5 minutes until the Big Bang, it's actually 5 minutes and 1 second. T-minus 5 minutes, 1 second. He's fidgeting with the controller in his pocket there. Okay. And then it absolutely started to click. Then I literally did not watch, because there's so many things happening when you get big picture from that wide frame that you can miss something that happens basically just a turn of a dial. And if you're looking over at Terrell Farnsworth, you'll miss it, right? So what I did was I remember telling myself, I'm just going to sit here and stare right at Brian, and holy shit, everything just started to pop because he walks up to Dan Flood, and I'm like, okay, holy cow, he pulls the.
I got to jump through a little bit. We get it, right?
You can scrub.
I want to play it again that she hasn't said.
Here, I'll show
Seen
while
it.
you're finding it. This is my very first. This is what prompted me to get into this investigation, and I was one of the idiots that thought that she would actually see her email. So I sent her an email. Present.
I'm going to pull up a couple of questions here. So Mad Max File says, "Can we see? You got legal letters sent to you? Is that correct?"
It was just a letter, yeah, a preservation letter.
They
3 times for it. That on I've worked my because why?
in conflict where it might not be wanted for you.
Blake did.
This is a private clip, and I'm going to share it. And we've talked, or this scenario, but what has gotten to the point to where people might not trust you?
Just put the video out.
Right. And then he would want to.
This is where Danks does an amazing job at being a stand-up man. He brings up something that is important. Reputation, right? Character. And he does this in an extremely smooth way. Very smooth. No attachment to it. So when you see people that attach themselves to things in conversations, you get the emotional aspect of them, but you never get the logical aspect of them. And when you have your emotions risen, you tend to get lost in the mission, right? And after this, we'll close out, say our pleasantries, and do what we need to do. But check this out.
Wanted to pay $10,000 or something for whatever. Like, there's a bunch of all of this games and stuff about footage and whatever. Like, one thing I will say, and I have to talk about this, I think it's important to bring context to you as well. You know, like I said in the beginning of the show,
your eyebrows are fucking wild, Danks. Dang, what is your ethnicity, bro? Your eyebrows look crazy as cheese.
Is there some accountability that needs to be had in regards to not even particularly this video, or this scenario, but what has gotten to the point to where people might not trust you, might dislike your operation on how you move around the internet? I've told you multiple times, like, you got to stop deleting your ex account, doing all this weird shit, or at least if you're doing it for views, it works. You know, people talk about you. But there are things, like I have a clip I want to pull up. There's a scenario that Baze and we've talked
to lend credence to what Danks is saying. I built this show tonight at 8 something. I built the show at like 8 to shoot at 9:30. While I was building this show, I gotta share it with you. While I was building the show, his Twitter page was good. I could go right to it. Because like I said, he has a bunch of videos about the UVU, which y'all know we talk about that shit. Since it happened, we talked about it at least 3 times a month. Some way, some shape, some form, somehow, right? I'm saying at least. I believe it's more. When I punch in the name, this comes up. Whole page. Close that again. This page is gone. The same shit that Danks just brought up happened today. After he went to Danks today and got pushback about the shit, about his motion and movements, he did the same shit they talked about. I'm tripping? Okay. Type it all the way out. Bednarz. Everybody else. You see everybody else. His name should show up first, right? I'm showing you this shit for real. This is happening now. He talked to Danks today. He spoke with Danks today. Danks just spoke to him about his weird behavior, why people do not trust him, why people do not kind of fucking with him too much. I told you he poked and poked and poked at Candace for months. And I was like, what? Why is he poking at her about this stuff? I just didn't comprehend. Now it comes full circle to me. Now it's coming full circle. I'm not bullshitting. When I was building the show, the account was active. He just deactivated this account around, what time is it now? This had to happen at between Central Time, not Central Time, sorry, Pacific Time. It's had to happen between 8 and no. Around 8:20 to about 8:40. Because I was building the show. Pretty much 45 minutes before I started the show, when I went back, and then you know me, easy day. The proof is right here. I'm nowhere. You know who I am? This is my bookmarks. This is my bookmark shit. Remember, it was fucking Jigsaw, follow somebody in public. This is it. These are my bookmarks. Simply type in the name. It shows up. Simply type in a name and it's going to show up in my bookmark. It says search bookmarks right here. One more time. This guy shows up. The weird one. That's it. That's all that shows up. Whole Twitter account smoked out now. The same shit that Danks spoke to you about today.
To your face, Baze, I said this to your face, so I know he won't have any problem with me showing it. This is a private clip, and I'm going to share it. And he gives some context here, and I think it's important, like, for you to see. And I want to walk through a couple of things. It's not going to be easy, bro. And I appreciate you being here, but I want you to see, like, why some people might not trust you and why this could be creating conflict where it might not be wanted for you.
Blake did a show with somebody.
You seen it here first. Remember that. You seen it here first where we live time. I'm telling you, it just happened while I built the show. He did the same shit again. I don't want to be the first at anything, but I don't think anybody's tracking it this heavy right now at this time. Shout out to me.
Somebody else, this guy Blackline Brief. And then then when me, Blake, Kelly, and Danks were doing our second show, the following Saturday, this guy Blackline Brief started commenting, and Blake just booked. He just left, didn't say goodbye, just disappeared. And Kelly knew that it was because of this guy Blackline Brief commenting, but I was totally oblivious. I didn't understand. I also didn't put two and two together that Blackline Brief had been emailing Danks, like kissing his ass and begging him for a collabo for weeks. And apparently the guy got really jealous when Dank started working with me, Blake, and Kelly, and not him. And then Blake had connected with him and they worked together. So Black Line Brief kind of felt like, okay, I've been talking to Danks. I worked with Blake. Like, who's Bays? Like, real Bays. Like, he's like imitating, like trying to like make fun of me. And then he's just dragging Kelly through the mud. And I got very offended by that. I said to Blake, I'm like, dude, like, why are you working with this guy if that's how he feels about us and we're supposed to be a team? And why does he feel so comfortable talking crap about me and Kelly if he just worked with you? You know, and I explained, like, listen, like, if it's me, if I work with someone, I'm not going to work with someone that's willing to trash my friends and drag them through the mud. And if there is an issue and I do end up working with that person, I resolve it, you better believe that if that person says something and speaks out about my friends, that I'm going to be the first person to stick up for my friends and call that out. And Blake just tried to play it coy, like, dude, I don't even know the guy. I did one collabo with him. I'm not even going to work with him again. Screw that guy. Who cares? And then lo and behold, a couple days later, he's working with him again.
This has happened multiple times, right? I'm going to play another clip. I think it's right here, if I'm not mistaken.
This is the Dankster saying, dog, we chopped it up already on the back channels, but you're not getting it. You're not getting it because you're still moving wonky out here in the street. So you know what? Let's talk about it on the front channel now. Do you get rid of all? Dog, I don't even know, son. All I do is track the Twitter. All I'm tracking is the Twitter account that just went bonk. But Danks kind of has every right to ask him, like, yo, what's up? He's kind of asking them, yo, what's up? Where do you really stand? Like, who are you for real? He has every right to do it. Every single right. Especially when Danks already admitted that they've been chopping it up on the back channels. They've been talking. They got the same. A lot of these people running around together got the same grouping, right? Similar to how you'll pop by my show and you'll see a lot of the same people from the lounge and cats that show up that pull up on the screen, right? They tend to roll over with the Bestie Lounge. Perfectly fine with me. It's grouping. We have a little group, a little gang, right? A little something. And everybody has that same something too. We see it all the time. You know what? You're right.
That's weird.
But Danks giving them the right. Danks is giving them the perfect amount of pressure, and he's doing it in the best way I think possibly can be done. Because this is some shit that a lot of people are black the fuck out over. But Danks is just smooth as shit.
Let me just go ahead and address that. I mean, I still genuinely do not know who Black Line Brief is. And when it comes to...
What do you mean by that? You've done a bunch of shows with the guy.
Like maybe 3 or 4 shows.
That's a...
I've never... If you're thinking that I
Why
go
are
on
you
to,
both saying that? He literally just said the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know M Love either. Yeah. 4-star M Love. No, I don't know. We just do a couple of shows together.
Now he's saying the same shit too.
What?
Black Line Brief. Here.
I haven't been nervous for a show in a long time.
This was yesterday.
And this whole thing kind of threw me through a loop. You know, a lot of just because I've never met Blake in person, first of all.
True. It's a true statement.
He's my friend. We're friendly, you know. I think I know as much about Blake as I do about, I don't know. Maybe who else do I know on here that I've had on? Like John Bray or Mitch Snow or Zach Costello. None of these people I've known longer than 6 months.
I just think it's interesting that like he is like people are trying. I don't see this industry that way. Like distancing myself from someone because you got nuked by Candace, apparently from her perspective or whatever. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
so
thanks. Did I get nuked by Candace now?
I mean, I'm not going to say anything on that. All I'm going to say is you showed what I saw. It looks that what she's saying is
See, now
apparently
you're really showing
not
some
true,
cards on yourself.
right?
Thanks. I mean, I mean, can you not call a spade a spade?
I'm telling you what I saw is you're showing me, and I believe what you showed me. Okay, because we've talked about this, and I seen before you.
If you don't agree with me, then something's wrong with you. You hear it? Can you not call a spade a spade? I'm gonna use my piercing eyes. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna pierce through your soul virtually, right? He's allowed to not fucking.
Even put it out. So yes, what it looks like to me is that she's seen the clip, and if she's saying that particular clip is what she hasn't seen, then of course that seems to be a lie to me.
It's not a clip. It's like a big important.
I meant
video.
the clip that you showed, that we just showed right here, and that whole video. If that's what it is, which it seems to be, yes, I think that you are calling her out a liar, and it appears to be that she might be a liar. Because unless I'm missing something, of course, bro, you know that I'm not out here like.
I understand that. It just kind of seemed that it was like a little bit of a pussyfoot around like that.
I mean,
that is true. That is true. If she did get that full video, turn around and say she did not receive that full video, then that is a lie. Could there be something else going on? Could it be that he thought he sent the full clip, but sent the whole video, but sent a clip of the video? Who really knows, right? It's still going to be more things to come out of this. What lends credence to Candace is this. I've seen her admit to being wrong live. Say, hey, I got bad info about this. I said this was incorrect. I actually meant to say this. She has done that live, and she has done that in the following videos to make sure that she's kind of still tracking. She wants to give the best information out. So her credibility is a little bit different than Buddy's. You smell me? Maybe she's just dishonest and therefore can't be trusted. That's completely fine. Who's this? Bet Spires? BETH Bet Spires 1031. That's completely fine. That's completely, even if that comes out to be what it is, then that's just what it is. Easy day. Next, moving on. We literally looking at a split in the road. Either she fucked up or she's not. Easy day. 1 and 2. In and out.
And yeah, maybe it is because I don't want to like pick sides in the situation because
people are scared of Candace. I mean, like I get it, dude.
You know what I mean?
Trust me,
dude, I'm not
it.
scared of anybody. It's just that I have always operated this way, and I try to keep a neutral middle ground. But I also am the reason why I'm showing these clips of Jesse, of Baze, you and I, we've had our discussions. Is do you think that some of this has led to all of this? Like we're just going to stay away from this guy because what has happened is multiple times you recorded people serendipitously and then you told people about it, showed clips.
That's what I'm feeling too. That's where the vibration I'm getting from him. Be on my side. That's why he's pressuring. He's trying to pressure down on Danks to say certain things. That's it. Be on my side. I mean, as a man, do you operate that way, or do you just stand where you stand? As a man, do you say what you gotta say and keep it pushing, or you say what you guys and beg for supporters and try to manipulate people? And yeah. Either way, we're gonna see. There's gonna be more to come. I think M Love, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. When he did call her a liar, so it's gonna be more to come. I can't. This is a reliable. All right, still right, exactly, and that's how I'm looking at it. But you know, people, this world we live in, it's so fucked up that people are, and we talk about this shit all the time. This is just another case of it. Because I like this person, I'm willing to accept they fucked up behavior. But a person that they don't like could do the exact same thing, and it's complete outrage. Burn them down, send them to jail, throw away the key. It's a little bit too much emotions involved in these things. It is. People are way too fucking emotional. And then you have the internet, which behaves like a courtroom that has no rules. So all these weird people could pull up and say what they want to say and have no accountability for their fucking behavior. Say what they want to. You got trolls showing up, talking shit, running their fucking mouth, and then disappearing to the ether. And they run back to their basement and play with their private parts and feel good about themselves. Fucking lose. This is Loserville. NPC Loserville is what we're living in. I didn't even want to talk about the bots. I didn't want to talk about
same thing with the Candace thing, right? So don't you think that this has led to people just not liking you?
You're saying because I recorded Candace, that's why people don't like me?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
No,
does she know that you're recording that?
No.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about.
No, I mean, it's completely legal. I was a little bit of start, yeah, because I still want to know. She could have at least just been like, hey, that video that I was really, really happy to get, that's like, I was talking about it being phenomenal and all of this.
Why record the video in the first place?
It's like the reason I haven't showed it to my 100 million followers is this reason, this reason, this reason.
He brings up the followers again. You see it? He brings up the followers again. He has a beef with her because she didn't fuck with him the way he feels like she should have fucked with him in his video and give him all the shout outs in the world and kind of platform him and kind of give him this big up. That's what I'm thinking. So that's why this is what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. And guess what? If I'm wrong tomorrow, dog, same shit. I was wrong. My bad. I put out bad information. I eat my crow. Keep on pushing. Yeah.
It's because of this. It's because of that. It's because of I'm trying to maneuver myself here. I would be like, okay, cool. That's good. Okay, cool. She completely ghosted me. It's because I don't think she could.
Okay. All right. I think I heard enough. She ghosted you? That ain't your fucking woman, dog. Last time I checked, your name not George. People decide to say, you know what, it ain't beneficial to me, and they move on. Yeah, something's going on over there.
Come up with just something honest. I think it's, bro, backtrack 6 months, September 24th.
Find it. Candace, oh, this is a comment. Candace worked there. That's why she has those contacts.
For it. Taking that in. The first thing that I'm you just are completely, it's like one in one ear and out the other. Then I'm like, okay, he's one of the Candace people.
All right, I'm good. This is some type of psychosis. Because I could deal with different opinions. I could deal with different stances on things. And which we do this shit all the time over here. People come in here and drop new information between Blade, Upward, Reaper, M Love. They got information about shit that I didn't even see yet. I kick they back in about it. No. I just acknowledge it for what the fuck it is. New information. That is it. Yeah, buddy tweaking. But like I said, I witnessed his behavior on the Twitter, and now watching this behavior right here makes complete sense about why his Twitter behavior, his demeanor, XYZ. Then Danks kind of explain it to like people not fucking with you because of XYZ, because of who you are. They don't really trust your character. And like I brought up earlier on, we have our character on display here because we built these channels, we built these platforms, and these platforms speak for us. Whether you can say, Trent, you be wilding sometimes, like, yeah, hell yeah, I be wilding out sometimes. Trent, you be cussing, yeah, hell yeah, I be cussing. But there's more to it. We have these things that are pretty much, let's say, reflections of who we are and how we think. And the last thing I've ever thought about myself was perfect. The last thing I would ever say is perfection. I've never been said perfect. Because I comprehended that while I'm flying it, I'm kind of building it at the same time, especially in the beginning. I went from here to the couch, back to here on this. It's a ball. It's a snowball going downhill, man. It's constantly in motion, constantly getting better. I'm constantly trying to be grow the channel and get bigger. That's it. The personality, y'all get to see a part of me and experience a part of me, which is me. This is a representation of me. Either it goes far or it doesn't. This is Granny's baby. This is Grandpa's son. He and I, now it's him, Slim Trim, and I'm built to win. Yo, take care of yourself so you can take care of the people that's around you. Make sure you love yourself so you can love the people that is around you. This thing in life is for sure, without a doubt, a marathon. It's not a sprint. Train every day like the marathon is tomorrow, and you should be fine. From here to there, it's a love thing. Let me show these in the video. Yeah, he's all out the way, bro. He's all out the way, G. On the way out, if you didn't hit the buttons on the way out. You smell me? War show and Freak Pod coming up soon. Notifications better be on all so y'all can get the notification when we fire up the joint and hit the red button. I think that's it for now. Shout out to everybody who supported the show, not just with the buttons, but reached into their wallet and sent something a little extra. Y'all know, y'all, my motherfucker. Shout out to M Love, 4-star. Send 20 of them things over. You heard me? Upward man been pulling up, dog. You know what it is, dog. You already know it, dog. I think that's it. War show, Freak Pod. Yeah, that's it. Freak Pod will probably be Sunday. War Show Saturday. Oh, fuck that week. Fuck that week on Friday. Friday night, we're doing fuck that week because it's been hell out here in the streets. Everybody's complaining about this rough ass weeks they've been going through. Game show night, and we figure something else out, but it's definitely gonna be game show night for sure. So y'all want to pull up and have game show night, let it be known, get some contestants, play the game with us live, and we have some fun and chill. You heard? I see y'all soon. Y'all know what to do in the town square, man. Stop acting crazy, bro. And one more message to them weirdos.
Fuck you and the midget horse that you rode in on.